Well, my kids play hard. You know, I got my two seniors, my two buckings, and they play well down the stretch. They banged up, both of them playing through injury, but you know they didn't give up. You know, we took a couple of bad shots. I told them at halftime, we didn't shoot the ball well. I mean, we was terrible from 3-point range, and I told them we had to just settle down and just play. So we came out, changed some things. I mean, my coaching staff made some changes on defense. Garren got a couple of big steals. London played well down the stretch, and like our defense, we picked it up on defense, and that pretty much was the outcome of the game. We was fortunate to get a couple of turnovers, and you know, a couple of calls wasn't going the kids' way, but I told them just keep fighting, just keep playing. They kept playing, and you know, I'm just proud of them for them to be going back down to Comcast, because this is what they was fighting so hard for. 2 years ago, because of COVID, we got stricken with the opportunity to go down there, and that's all London and Garren from day one, from opening season. That's all they've been praying, preaching about. Is they missed their chance of getting to Comcast, and now they finally dug down, fought hard, and now they finally getting a chance to go play for the championship. So I'm proud of the guys.
You have some familiarity with your opponent in the state championship. It's not often that the two teams playing for the championship have played once or in your case twice.
Right.
Talk to me if is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? The fact that you have so much familiarity with him.
Well, I won't know if it's a good thing until the game. But Coach Tree and I are friends. He's like a mentor to me ever since I've been coaching basketball. We both played at the same high school. He's a couple of years older than me, but he's been a mentor for me from day one. So I'm just proud of the kids just to make it back down. And, you know, Lake is who we have to play. And like you said, we played them 2 times this year. They beat us both times. First time they beat us by 3, and in the city championship they beat us by I think either 3 or 5 or something like that. But the kid, like I said, it's Baltimore City basketball is what I always talk about. It's a dogfight every day and every game that we play. So we just got to come. Hopefully we can make a couple of adjustments and we can be ready to play Lake on Friday.
Speaking of dogfight, I mean, talk about Patterson Mill. I mean, they did a minute left. This was a 2-point game.
Right, and you know what? That's a real good team. I told the kid number 22 who shot the ball well. He's a real good player. I told him he had a real good game. Great coaching staff. You know, they was very nice to us. They congratulated us at the game and even outside in the hallway, just to hope we can go in there and play the championship and win the championship. As far as them playing, they play hard. We changed up our defense, and you know they kept coming. They was fighting and we was fighting. You know, we had to leave it all on the line. So my hats goes off to Patterson Mill, because they most definitely played a real hard game.
London, can you talk about the free throws that you made at the end? 44-42, 1-1. No guarantee you make the first one unless in your mind you knew you were going to make it. So you tell us.
Yes. In my mind, those important free throws at the stretch, I knew that I had to make it so that our team can advance to Maryland. I even though I had to go off game, I just always stay positive with what my coach told me. The ball please was over it. Just lock in and hit these 2 free throws so that we can win this game. So that's all my mindset was coming down, hitting those 2 free throws.
I don't know if anyone kept stats, but you forced them into a crazy amount of turnovers, especially down the stretch. I mean, I think they turned it over the last 3 possessions of the game. Talk about your effectiveness and turning them over. Obviously, you probably had an athleticism advantage in the game, but talk about that.
Well, we preach defense. Your offense, and like I told Mike, your offense might not be there every game, but your defense has to be there every game. So, you know, like I said, that's Baltimore City basketball, and that's just what it is. We practice defense. I'm a Bucky Lee out of recreation, Sarge Madison clone, and he always taught us how to play defense. So I told the kids, even in the timeout, I said, we got to play as hard as we can. We're going to leave it all out on the floor. Garren is not known for playing defense, but Garren, like I said, a couple of big steals, and I'm proud of him. Sacrifices scoring to come in and play defense is what it was all about. Defense wins championships, and we played defense down the stretch, and that's why we was able to win the game.
Garren, talk about that, making those big defensive plays.
I know that they was afraid of pressure, so I had to pressure up on them to make them see if they can handle the ball, and that's what I did.
You're not known for defense, so let's talk about having that moment of epiphany and just saying, hey, listen, I gotta sacrifice.
I just had to do what I had to do.
Don't get nervous now. Even the other day when we played against Southern, Garren, he's our shooter, and he when I say he don't play defense, he's one of our better offensive players. Against Southern, his jump shot wasn't falling. So what did you tell us you had to do?
I had to play defense.
So he took it upon himself to realize that his jump shot wasn't falling. So he made all the sacrifices on the defensive end, and that's how we was able to win the basketball game. And like I told, even what London just said, you gotta have a short memory when you're playing basketball. Things may not go your way on the offensive end, or even the way the game is being dictated. Have a short memory. I might have turned the ball over, but then I got to get back on defense. Like we got back on defense, made his free throws. Garren got back on defense, made a couple steals. So it's an all-around team effort on the defensive end and way to close out down the stretch. So like I said, I'm proud of it.
And for London and Garren, just talk about the opportunity to play, not just late, but play for a state championship a year after not having a season.
Well, first and foremost, we are definitely blessed with this opportunity because I remember 10th grade we had made down conference, but unfortunately COVID has stopped in a way, and during our off season it was a lot of confusion due to COVID. So I'm just lucky and blessed that we came together, found some minor pieces and basically the form of a great team. But another thing is that I'm also proud of my teammates as well, because most of us don't know any offense. We not nobody read up. All we do is come and play up. Now we have the opportunity to play at Maryland against State for the state championship. I'm just beyond blessed.
And then one of the things that people don't realize, he has a 4.6 GPA. He's the valedictorian of the school. So just to be there and just to watch them, like London said, frustrated because what happened 2 years ago when we made it to the Final Four. But right now we're in the process. We now set ourselves up now to play for the state championship. So that's what it's all about, and I'm just proud of it.
I got one last question for you. I asked Tree the same thing. I'm assuming you guys have not played a single game on a college court this year. Is that correct? On the 94-foot court?
That's correct.
Is it strange that the first time you play on a 94-foot court all year long is your biggest game of the season? And is there a little bit of a learning curve? I don't know how much experience these guys have on a bigger court, but how do you prepare for that, especially with, I guess, a 2-day turnaround?
Well, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. The fortunate thing is Coach Tree has won multiple state championships, and I've won a couple as well. And I've been to Comcast a couple of times. So Coach Tree and I, we most definitely, we're not going to make excuses. We're going to be prepared for it. I understand, the whole concept of getting down to Maryland. So trust me, I promise you, Coach Tree will be ready, and it's my job to get these guys and the coaching staff to get the kids ready to play on that floor as well.
Yeah, Garren, just talk about playing for a state championship, especially after not having a season last year.
I'm very excited. This is what we worked for. We worked for this all year, and I took 2 years off because of COVID and an injury. So I had to come back harder, and we came as a team to accomplish and get the state championship.